Well, it is definitely bright. Alright guys, so originally I was thinking about putting a security light up, and I ended up changing my mind because right now I have a 2-car carport that I'm thinking about converting to a garage, and I didn't feel like having this inside the garage would be a really wise choice, and I didn't want to put it up and take it down back and forth. And I do have the power company has a light right outside of that area, so it's actually fairly bright in that area, so I don't really feel the need for a light there. However, we have some different trailers and things that we pull behind the trucks sitting in the back behind the place, and currently there's not really any like specific dedicated light for that area. Now the problem with that is there's a large pole back there with power, but we have no hardware to mount it currently right now. So we've got to make a run to the hardware store, but we can't do that today. So what I thought I would do today is just kind of talk about this light really quickly, show you what is included with it that I have sitting here, which I'll show you in a moment, and then in another video later this week after we make a run to the hardware store, show you what this looks like when it's actually mounted and functional. So what you basically have here is you have some switches on the bottom, so you can change the sensitivity levels. You can also change the times that the light is illuminated, and this has a plastic cover, so it's a diffused type LED panel. It's very adjustable. You can kind of pretty much put it wherever you want, and you can see there's some pretty beefy heat sinks, so heat shouldn't be an issue. And of course it's waterproof, so rain, snow, things like that shouldn't be a problem either. Now some of this, like the housing here, is made of what seems like a fairly durable plastic. Some of this has a, a little bit unexpected, because you would think it'd be more of a metal type, but it does have more of a plastic housing. So that is something that some people may want to take into account. So this is a, 6,000 Kelvin, 3,000 lumen, 35 watt. So it's not going to use a whole lot of power, so that's not going to be a problem as far as it running, even if you run it at the longest duration and it's tripped continuously, so that's not an issue. Also, LEDs tend to have like 50,000 hour rated lifespan, so that's a considerable amount. Now in addition to that, you have about a 59-foot range as far as the sensor, and 180-degree field with the actual sensor. And you can see you've got your wires, and everything is actually labeled, so that's going to make it easier when it comes time to connect it in case there's any question about that. So included with this, you will have your user manual, some information in case there's any question or issue. Kind of shows you, some of the information that you might need in the mounting process. A lot of people are going to be familiar enough to do it themselves. And in here, I believe this is just like your thank you for your purchase, contact us if you have a problem type card. So warranty, support type, I guess you call it. You have some mounting hardware and some wire nuts, so that whenever you go to mount this up, you pretty much have what you need there. And you have this little foam pad, which is going to help with protecting the internal wiring area from water intrusion. But we're going to have to get a box to mount this on so we can actually connect it up. Again, we do have power run to the pole. The pole's in the ground. We've already got all that set up, but we don't have the other portion that we need. But that's just a real quick rundown of the specifications so that you kind of know what this light is capable of. That should be fairly sufficient for our needs. And again, there's a pretty good range of adjustment. You can move this however you need to the lights. So I don't obviously know what the long-term usage or duration of the life is going to be on it, but it seems to be fairly well made. I do kind of like it better when they're made out of metal, but I think this plastic here is pretty sufficient. I don't suspect there'll be any problems with that. that is pretty much it until I get the other hardware I need to connect this to that pole. So if you want to find out more about this, you can check out the link below. I don't know that there's anything else. Let's see. Well, 30 second, 60 second, 120 second, that's your duration as far as time. And then your 26, 39, and 59 foot is the sensitivity, so you can adjust how far out. And then the only other thing that really did strike me as a little different is, as opposed to the typical 12 and sometimes 18-month warranty, there's a full 3-year warranty on this light. So that's a pretty cool aspect as well. So that's it. The next video we'll jump to here is going to be showing the actual light, and we'll show it mounted during the day, and then we'll show what it looks like when it's activated at night and kind of give you an idea, hopefully, of the output. I don't know how far we're going to mount this. I'm guessing we might go with a 10 to 12 foot height, but we may actually put it at the top of the pole. And if I had to guess, that's going to be closer to 20 feet. I'm not certain what we're going to do as far as that goes just yet. We'll probably make that decision right before we go to do it. But I just want to share that with you, give you a little bit of information on the specifications. Again, all that stuff is going to be available via the link below. If you want to find out more about it, click on that, check that out, and otherwise, check out what it looks like and see what you think, and maybe it'll give you an idea if it'll be something that would be useful to you. Other than that, thanks for watching. Give you an idea of what we're looking at so you kind of see what it looks like in the daytime, and then have an idea of what that translates to when it's in actual use at night. Alright, so we will jump into the nighttime portion of this right now. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty dark back here, which, yeah, you can't see anything, I'm sure. So hopefully this thing will kick on and register. Well, it is definitely bright. I did make it over to the trailer, so I guess it is somewhat angled to the side a little further than I thought, so we may have to make some adjustments to the angle. But as you can see, it was completely pitch black out here, and now you can see light all the way back to our storage sheds and our trailers. I can walk back here actually with some light that I can see. So yeah, it's a pretty bright light. It's a pretty good job. So just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what to expect as far as the light output. Let me go over here and stand closer to the actual light, under the light, so it's not so bright. All right, so we got it wired in. And it's not at the top of the pole, but near the top. So there you go. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect from this. I think we have it adjusted for 60 seconds. You have 30, 60, and I think 120 is an option. You also have high and low sensitivity, and I believe we have it on high. So anyway, there you go. There's a link below if you want to find out more about this light. And other than that, thanks for watching.